California Democrats want to give illegal immigrants state government jobs in violation of federal law. Coming up, we'll tell you about their insane proposal, how it's illegal, and how we're fighting back. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California, and you heard that right. California politicians are proposing to pass a state law mandating that illegal immigrants be given access to apply for and receive state government jobs at taxpayer expense. Now, you might be sitting there at home thinking, wait, illegal immigrants don't have documents. They don't have work authorization. They don't have a green card. So therefore, how in the world are they getting jobs? More importantly, employers are prohibited by the federal government from knowingly offering jobs to people who are ineligible for employment in this country. It's a violation of federal employment law and immigration law for the employer to do that. But hey, we're talking about California politicians, and they don't give two rips about what is law, what is constitutional. They decide, they impose. Might makes right. Now, Reform California has already outlined a number of proposals to secure the border because it does take state action in partnership with good federal immigration policy and border security policy to have a secure border. You see what's going on in Texas, where their governor, Greg Abbott, even in the Biden administration with Biden's open door policy, Greg Abbott has been able to secure his southern border. And the result has been like squeezing a balloon. The air shifts to a different area. So the illegal immigrants, now that Texas has secured their border, or is at least making the effort, those illegal immigrants are now coming across in San Diego. So San Diego has now become the number one sector on the border, the southern border, for illegal crossings. And we haven't had California in that position where we're the number one crossing point for illegals since 1999. That's how bad the situation has gotten here in California, how much it's deteriorated. Now, why? First, our state's not doing what Texas is doing to secure the border. But second, our state is actually inducing and incentivizing illegal immigration by giving all sorts of taxpayer-funded goodies to illegal immigrants. You know that we already are a sanctuary state, so people can violate the law, and the state of California says, we're not going to get criminals out of this state. We're going to re-release a felon, a criminal, back onto the streets, rather than cooperate with the federal government in getting a dangerous criminal out of the country. They would rather have illegal immigrants stay here, even if they're criminals, have committed some other offense besides their immigration status. That's how obscene and extreme the sanctuary state policy is, and it needs to be repealed. But we give free taxpayer-funded benefits, welfare benefits, free taxpayer-funded health care. San Diego just set up a $30 million taxpayer-funded welcome center for illegal immigrants. So it's just absolutely insane. But this latest proposal takes it to a whole new level. Because not only are we saying, hey, come to California and we're going to protect you and shield you, sanctuary state, we're going to give you all sorts of free taxpayer goodies at a considerable expense. So you get the freebies. But we're going to let you get a state government job, and we're going to basically be the only employer in town, in the nation, to flaunt federal employment regulations and statutory requirements. So here is the story that we will share with you. And I want you to contact the legislators and urge them to vote no on this bill. It's Assemblymember David Alvarez from San Diego has introduced Assembly Bill 2586, which mandates that the University of California, which is the state government. So the state government is not just, the departments up in Sacramento. We have a very extensive state government presence by virtue of the fact that the state government is the University of California and the California State University system. Alvarez has said that we should mandate that the University of California, the colleges and universities, allow applicants who are here illegally without authorization to work, in violation of federal law, allow them to apply and be hired by the state of California. So the state of California is breaking the law, and the illegal immigrant, by the way, is going to be breaking the law, because they're going to say, look, I'm applying for a job even though I'm not allowed to under federal law. The lawyers at the UC system said that this was illegal. And the proposal was originally considered by the UC Board of Regents, which is the board of directors for the University of California system. They studied the proposal because they're all liberal, woke asshats. And they said, this is illegal for us to do this. The federal government prohibits us as an employer from breaking federal employment law. But it also puts the illegal immigrant themselves at risk. The UC system is now opposed to Alvarez's bill. That's how extreme David Alvarez is on this issue. The UC system put out a statement. Their legislative director said, quote, "Unfortunately, AB 2586 does not protect our undocumented students or employees from prosecution, federal prosecution, nor does it protect the university from risk of potentially losing billions in federal dollars." So we need to not only oppose this bill, but when Republicans take over Congress in both chambers, and when they take over the White House, when President Trump gets into office, I think this should be something that is addressed by the federal government first and foremost. No, you cannot as a state break federal law and get away with it. California, frankly, should lose all federal dollars. If you're an employer and we're providing compensation through the federal government for any sort of work, how do we know that you're not breaking other federal employment laws? So no grants for California. Congratulations, David Alvarez. You just cut off your nose to spite your face. Look, they don't care about the consequence to you and me, the taxpayer. They don't care about breaking the law. They don't even care about the illegal immigrants and the employees of the UC system facing potential legal risk for knowingly breaking the federal law. They just want to showboat and divide us. They also want to encourage and incentivize illegal immigration by offering, legal, so-called, legal employment in the state of California. And it's just crazy. Meanwhile, Democrats in Congress want more answers about the Border Patrol having units operating without proper oversight. Now, mind you, these Democrats don't want an investigation of terror watch suspects coming across the border. They don't want an investigation of the human trafficking enterprise, the coyotes and the cartels, and who's funding them. No, they don't care about the national security risks. They don't want an investigation of all these Chinese nationals and, these military-aged men coming across the border. No investigations on those real issues. Instead, they're worried the Border Patrol is working too aggressively at the border and doesn't have proper oversight. They're claiming that the San Diego sector of Border Patrol has had various teams that they call unregulated critical incident teams across the southern border, but also here in San Diego, and that these teams don't have proper management and oversight. Quote, "The report raises serious questions," referring to a GAO report, "about these units being able to operate for so long with little oversight." I mean, they're out there actually trying to secure the border. They're doing their job. Oh, but they're worried that they're doing their job too aggressively and that we need to have more oversight because we don't want you doing the job. That's exactly what they're after here. They're for an open border. They go on to say, "The American people deserve nothing less than full transparency." Oh, bitch, please. You don't want transparency as what's going on our border. You guys lie on a daily basis about the epic flow of illegal immigrants in this country. You don't even call them illegal immigrants. You say that they are legal migrants because they're applying for asylum. No, they're using the loopholes of the asylum system to skirt our laws and to get in and stay here illegally. Quote, it is imperative that the Customs and Border Patrol take steps to ensure that something like this never happens again. Never try to secure the border. Never create special incident response units to get down there and crack down. They're writing a letter saying, stop trying to do your job. They're going to say, well, we need oversight over these groups. We need more oversight over an open border, that's for sure. But that's your job. And you haven't been providing that oversight. You've been looking the other way, turning a blind eye. Again, at Reform California, we are raising the alarm about the problem at our border. And we have a 3-point border security plan for California that we'd like you to check out. Go to the website, reformcalifornia.org. That's reformcalifornia.org. Check it out. This is our latest story. Alarming spike in terror risk at the border in California. Share that story. Sign up for our voter guide. We are endorsing candidates on the issue of border security in part, among other criteria. And we can let you know who are good and who are bad on these issues come the November election. To get our free voter guide, sign up at the bottom of Reform California's website. And this is the material that you can click on there. Finally, please chip in a contribution. We cannot do this work without your help. We don't have George Soros who's funding us. We have to rely on grassroots voters and contributors and supporters like you to support our work each and every day. Like and subscribe to this channel so that we can spread the word. Until next time, Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California. Help us break through the censorship of the liberal media. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and smash that notification button so you can stay up to date on all the developments in California news and politics. Also, please visit the website, reformcalifornia.org, for ongoing news coverage and to join one of our campaigns in the fight to take back our state. If you can, please sign up as a volunteer or chip in a contribution. This episode of Reform California with Carl DeMaio, paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly 2024.